Modern art of Kazakhstan, from idea to realization, for the faces and details, what inspires artists, what is their creation process, on what artists and poets, musicians and playwrights reflect upon, how do they express the essence of their era. Together with Carmine Barbaro, we immerse into the world of creative search, into an atmosphere of trial and error, discoveries and revelations.
In today's program, Christmas Art Fair. In the workshop of ceramists. How it all began. Christmas Art Fair is an amazing event where everyone can plunge into a New Year's spirit. I decided to visit this fair too. Hello, my name is Carmine Barbaro. I am an artist. It's always interesting to see the work of my colleagues, observe the creative process of artisans, and just communicate with people. Organizers of the exhibition are Alexei and Yelena Borovikovs. They're wonderful masters too. Christmas Art Fair is not just a fair. This is a big aesthetic event. I would say that our fair poses a cultural trend, because artists, designers come to us from abroad. And it's like a fresh blood. They have their own techniques, their vision, and our Asian masters, seeing their work, can adopt something, so it's quite interesting. This is a cultural exchange among countries. A good connoisseur can always identify a good thing from a bad thing. Even an untrained person can distinguish a work that is made with a soul, expertly, from some New Year's childish craft. My grandfather used to say, always want to touch a work that had been done with a heart. Whatever it is, furniture, painting, or souvenir, a piece of the master's soul is passed on to people. On the eve of the fair, we visited the workshop of professional ceramic artists Svetlana Plotnikova and Sergei Lidayev.
It's very nice to hear a positive feedback of people who are pleased with my work. I love clay for the possibility of variations, for the possibility of moving forward. I rarely make sketches. Often I work immediately with clay. It's easier for me to work this way. I can make a couple, maybe 3 dolls a year, even once sometimes. Sometimes you might sit thinking about your future projects. You look for suitable images. And sometimes the project is born by itself. Or it happens that the name comes first and then a line of artwork comes after. It is called My Heart is a Little Bird. Last time I was carried away by jewelry. Now I'm just a beginning jeweler. I try to combine metal with ceramics. I purposefully do this because ceramics is my main direction, and metal is an additional one.
Dogs. It is a current topic. I like this. It has a completed feel, with its own personality. When I'm doing a series of characters, I try to make them somehow interact with each other. It is clear that a person can buy only one work of mine, but when they stand together, it's as if they have a dialogue among themselves. I really like it. Or say this series, Birds. At the fair, if you pay attention, you will see that they're talking among themselves. There is communication. These are prophetic birds. You see, they have legs, chest, wings, but at the same time, a human head. It's a folklore thing. It's not invented by me. There are things that are always with us, around us, since childhood. We had a series called Cars. This is also a childhood dream. I wanted to make cars, and I thought, why not make it from ceramics? And I tried it. It turned out okay. Then it all began to work out. I began to make more and more interesting, complex things. Clay also works for such things. That's not even a series. I did only 2 works. It's March Cats. This is an unusual muzzle. I myself really like this work, and it has dynamism, vigor in this character. They will be covered with frosting, but they have been standing for a long time. Everyone is waiting for their time. I would like to make them in a horror style. Here it is. Let's come back to the fair. There are so many things to see. Beautiful ceramics, abundance of various things, and souvenirs, paintings of artists. Elena Borovikova told us how the Christmas art fair was held.
When you get involved in some kind of creativity, you naturally seek like-minded people, or the place where they meet, communicate. Now you don't need to get anywhere. You can open the internet, and there they are, like-minded people. It was on one of the internet sites where we started to talk among each other. Then after all, I had a need to get people together. If you're familiar with handmade artists, they have a habit of gathering different materials. It can be anything, and for the most part, they use it in their craft. And the idea was, let's make such a party where we can exchange useless stuff. Somebody needs it, or somebody doesn't. That's how we all met. We exchanged our things. It was very up close and personal. And then we started to communicate further. We began to say that there's no platform or place where we can meet. How bad it is that for some reason people do not understand the value of handmade things. Handmade things are popular now, but back then it was an absolute innovation. And no one really understood this. People who were engaged in creativity were looked upon as some sort of fools with nothing more to do. Then came the idea that we need some kind of an exhibition, a chamber event, so that we can start selling our works to people. As of today, we have 321 participants. People come from everywhere. They come from Russia, and they like our exhibitions very much. Naturally, all our nearest neighbors come. This time we also had artists from Spain. People learn about our fair from the internet. At the beginning, I went to Russia and invited artists to come and see our exhibition.
New Year is one of my favorite holidays. It's that time of the year when we have hope, faith in a miracle, cheerful mood, gifts, and masquerades. I was pleased to immerse myself in this magical atmosphere. I wish you happiness in the new year. Yours, Carmine Barbaro.